Welcome to the next episode of DP5RTV Sign-Ons and Sign-Offs. Okay guys, we are back in Mindanao. Okay, so we are now in the end game of all of the letter B cities. Okay, now we're on to the letter C cities. So, I think it's gonna be Cabadbaran or something, shall we? Let's jump in. Okay. Ongoing over here. I don't know why, but it was taking too long now. Okay. What's that? What is that? Okay. Yeah, put it in the book. Okay, we go. I'm just gonna put operated or something. I don't know, but okay, operated. Okay, 4 2 1 4. Jeremy Francis a large double. Come on, easy number 0 0 4 5 8 9 4. Gerson I Ignacia. Okay, this is Okay, guys, if I can give Michael D. De La Cruz and Orlando M. Lagarta by tapping the one PNCR, you guys have to subscribe, okay? Don't mind if I do. I'm almost at 100 I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, first class. We're now on to the first class, guys. Okay, if I can get Michael D. De La Cruz by tapping the 1 PNCR and Orlando M. Lagarta 2. Let's see if I can do it. Dash 1 PNC. Yes, I can do. I can do like Orlando. Okay, lastly, Orlando M. Lagarta. 93-1 PNCR. Yes, I get all of them. Now you guys have to subscribe. Now you guys have to subscribe right now. Okay. O Agravante. 93-1P. Oops. 1PV-9715. And I don't know what to put it on. So what am I gonna do right now? I don't know. San Francisco A. San Francisco A. Hernan. San Francisco A. Rodriguez. Francisco A. Rodriguez. Okay. Okay, 99-1P XIII because it's in Agusan del Norte or in Caraga region, region 13. I don't know, but okay. 661 no, 68539. Okay, that's all of them. Channel 43, Cabadbaran. Okay, well, I'm sneezing on camera though. Okay, it's now signing on. Okay, guys, we're just gonna put off on it. Oops. This probability. Okay. Before we read the station notice, let's go. Okay, guys, let's go back. Okay, guys. Before we read the station notice, guys, let's go back to the Wikipedia. Let's go back to the Wikipedia geography to teach about Cabadbaran's geography, shall we? Okay, guys, let's go talk about Cabadbaran, shall we? Cabadbaran, officially the city of Cabadbaran, and in Cebuano translated as Dakbayan sa Cabadbaran, is a sixth-class component city and de jure capital of the province of Agusan del Norte, Philippines, also known as an official capital of the province of Agusan del Norte, Philippines. According to the 2020 census, it has a population of 80,354 people. It is founded in 1894. The city rose from its Spanish period beginnings to become the premier town of Agusan del Norte. Its rich cultural heritage is evident in its preserved colonial period houses and its archaeological collections. On August 16, 2000, on August 16, 2000, the seat of provincial government was transferred from Butuan to Cabadbaran to Republic Act 1811. Although the provincial government still holds office in Butuan, pending the actual transfer of the provincial offices to the new capital. Cabadbaran was officially declared a city in 2007. Okay, guys, let's talk about the history of Butuan, shall we? Why history got in Cabadbaran? Let's go talk about it, shall we? 1. The Spanish period. Traces of 12th century villages can be found near the waterways that pass through the territory of Cabadbaran. No records are found before the Spanish colonization except for a site in Sanghan where Chinese ceramics from 15th to 16th century were found. Cabadbaran was first mentioned by the Spanish as a small village chosen by the Spanish authorities to be turned into a reduction called La Reunión de Cabadbaran. In 1867, the reduction was mostly populated by people from southern Agusan, or also known as Agusan del Sur as of now. Then in 1879, the reduction was disbanded. The inhabitants of the reduction went back to the places of origin while the remaining migrated to Tubay. In 1880 to 1881, the reduction was revived by Father Saturnino Urios was named Tolosa to honor Father Urios' hometown in Spain in 1880. Tolosa was headed by the Teniente del Barrio Don Eduardo Curato. He petitioned to the Spanish authorities for the township application of Tolosa to be approved. On January 21, 1894, the petition was approved. The population and the economy grew, which was driven by agriculture and commerce. But the growth suddenly came to a halt, when the revolution against Spain started. No significant turmoil affected the city until the coming of the American forces in 1901. 2. The American period. When the Americans arrived, Spanish forces were forced to surrender, including with them was Captain Andres Ortega. Under the Americans, the town was called against Cabadbaran, according to Don Andres Ortega's proposal. In 1903, the public education system was established with George Bonner as the first American teacher. Public health also improved with Dr. Pedro Malbas was appointed as the public health officer in the 1920s and constructed sanitary toilets, deep wells, and drainage canals. Public infrastructure was also improved by the Americans. Then, in the 1935 Constitutional Convention, Apolonio Oyok de Curato, a lawyer, represented Agusan. He then became the governor and congressman of the province of Agusan, wherever the province called Agusan del Sur or del Norte. The local economy grew when it started producing abaca from coconut plantations established by the Americans. Rice was also grown and remained a staple crop grown in the fields up to this day. The Agusan to Surigao Road opened in the 1930s, and several bus lines started public service along this route. 3. The World War II, or the Second World War. Cabadbaran has been occupied at one time by those resisting the Japanese occupation of Mindanao. Eventually, the Japanese occupied it. On January 17, 1945, combined American and Filipino troops, including recognized guerrillas, fought a force of Japanese troops on the road between Cabadbaran and Butuan. The Japanese were in the process of reinforcing their garrison at Butuan. The guerrillas retreated when Japanese reinforcements arrived. The guerrillas also has depleted their ammunition. Okay, on March 31, 1945, Major Juan Rivera and a guerrilla detachment attacked the Japanese at Cabadbaran. The Japanese abandoned the post after an hour-long battle. The General Headquarters of the Philippine Commonwealth Army and Philippine Constabulary was active from 1945 to 1946 in Cabadbaran during and aftermath of the Second World War or World War II. 4. The cityhood. On July 28, 2007, Municipality Cabadbaran becomes a city in the province of Agusan del Norte after ratification of Republic Act number 9434. The Supreme Court declared the cityhood law of Cabadbaran and 15 other cities unconstitutional after a petition filed by the League of Cities of the Philippines in its ruling on November 18, 2008. On December 2, 2009, the city law of Cabadbaran and 15 other municipalities began its status as cities again the court after after the court reversed its ruling on November 18, 2008. On August 23, 2010, the court reinstated its ruling on November 18, 2008, causing Cabadbaran and 15 to become regular municipalities. Finally, on February 15, 2011, Cabadbaran becomes a city again, including the 15 municipalities declaring that the conversion to the city will meet all legal requirements. After 6 years of legal battle, in this board resolution, the League of Cities of the Philippines acknowledged and recognized the city of Cabadbaran and 15 other cities. Let's talk about the geography of Cabadbaran, shall we? First of all, Cabadbaran lies 9 degrees north latitude and 125 degrees and 30 minutes east longitude in the northeastern part of Mindanao. Its boundaries are Tubay and Santiago to the north, Butuan Bay to the west, Magallanes and RT Romualdez to the south, and Sibagat Agusan del Sur to the east. It is 29 kilometers or 18 miles from Butuan. It is generally flat with rolling hills and swamplands in its western part. The highest of all mountains in the Caraga region, Mount Hilong-Hilong, with an altitude of 2,212 meters or 6,601 feet above sea level, rises in its city. Let's talk about the climate of Butuan, shall we? The city belongs to the second climate type of the Corona classification. No definite dry season in the place, and maximum rainfall occurs from October to January. The average rainfall is 171.29 millimeters, equivalent to 6.744 inches per month. Average annual temperature 28 degrees. Let's talk about the barangays of Cabadbaran, shall we? First of all, Cabadbaran is then the barangays. Cabadbaran is politically subdivided into 31 barangays. Each barangay consists of puruks while some have sitios. The 31 barangays are Antonio Luna, Bayam, Bayabas, Kaasinan, Cabinet, Calamba, which is not to be confused with the city of Calamba, Kalibunan, Comagascas, Concepcion, Del Pilar, Katugasan, Kauswagan, La Union, Mabini, which is not to be confused with the municipality of Mabini, Davao de Oro, Poblacion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Putimbato, Sanghan, Soriano, Tolosa, and Mahaba. Let's go back to the Keep Notes, shall we? Okay guys, before I read the station notice, I'm going to drink some water first. Okay. Where's the city? Okay, I think that's everything. Okay. Let's go read the station notice now, shall we? This is Channel 43 Cabadbaran, a commercial VHF TV station owned and operated by DP5RTV Corporation, transmitting on a 150 kilowatt transmitting power with permit number BSD-0065-2017, valid until December 31, 2023. Channel 43 transmitters located at Canon Avenue, Southwestern Heights Subdivision, Cabadbaran City, Agusan del Norte. Channel 43 is operated by the following personnel, duly licensed by the Professional Regulation Commission and the National Telecommunications Commission. Electronics Engineers: Engineer Romulo C. Tataro Jr. ECE number 0033398. Engineer Ryan B. Vigil. ECE number 0044214. Engineer Rene Francis A. Lardizabal. ECE number 0045894. Engineer Jason I. Ignacio. ECE number 0058108. Engineer Jose Paulo L. Garibay. ECE number 0054943. First Class Radio Operators: Michael D. De La Cruz, 98-1 PNCR-21108. Orlando M. Lagarta, 93-1 PV No, wait, sorry, I mean, 93-1 PNCR-6016, Veneo Agravante, 93-1 PV-5715, and Francisco A. Rodriguez, 99-1 PXIII-68539. Channel 43 Cabadbaran is now signing on. Before we close down, let's go back to the Wikipedia geography to teach more about Cabadbaran's geography now, shall we? Okay guys, let's talk about the demographics of Cabadbaran, shall we? First, let's talk about the language. The entirety of Cabadbaran speaks Cebuano or Bisaya. There are also significant number of people who speak Surigao. For these people have lived or have ancient trees from the northern municipalities and speak in a variety of the Habonganon, Mainitnon, and Gigakitnon dialects of the Surigao language. Hiligaynon, Waray, Manobo languages, Butuanon, Boholano district, Boholano dialect, and Maranao have also less significant speakers in the area, while English and Filipino are also widely spoken. Let's talk about the economy of Cabadbaran, shall we? First of all, Cabadbaran produces several agricultural crops such as rice, corn, coconut, abaca, banana, and mango. The city has the biggest area planted with coconuts in Agusan del Norte, with 18.46% of the total land area planted with the crop. The Cabadbaran also has a booming economy based on agro-industry, commerce, and trade, source of several export and industrial products. It also has varied ecotourism destinations ranging from Caraga's highest peak, mile-long tunnels to adventure tourism sites. And I think that's it. Let's talk about the tourism of Cabadbaran, shall we? First of all, like the okay guys, let's talk about the tourism of Cabadbaran, shall we? Like the popular destinations situated on neighboring provinces, Cabadbaran experiences a growing ecotourism industry. Annual climbs to reach Caraga's highest peak, Mount Hilong-Hilong, 2,012 meters above sea level, has been organized by trekkers and mountaineers. There are also organized climbs to Mount Masay, a plateau located in Putimbato, which has a mountaintop lake. Locals have also put up white water tubing adventures along Cabadbaran River, including rappelling at some of the steep falls located at the foot of Mount Hilong-Hilong. Mount Pongkay, which is a hill that can be seen from the city proper, can be a great destination for families who want to experience the value of the Holy Week's penance and devotion. It is also a destination for mountain climbers and for those people who want to see the panoramic view of Agusan del Norte and Butuan Bay. Cabadbaran also has cheap inland pools by local residents that is alternative to inland resorts. Many of these pools have sprouted throughout the years because of Cabadbaran's abundant fresh water, which the city is known for. The city is also a beach destination for people from neighboring municipalities because of its crystal clear water and gray sandy beaches. The city has multiple hotels as well as like Loretas, Gazebo, and Casa Alburo. Although Cabadbaran does not have any mainstream fast food restaurants, the city has various restaurants that offers Filipino, Japanese, and Chinese cuisine. An alternative to people who want to have their fine dining locally done in the neighboring Butuan. Let's talk about the culture of. Okay, guys, let's talk about the culture of Cabadbaran, shall we? First, let's talk about the festivals and celebrations of Cabadbaran. 1. The Charter Day celebration, held annually every July 28 to commemorate the cityhood of Cabadbaran. 2. The Dagkot Festival. It is the sole important event during the fiesta celebration of Cabadbaran City. The week-long festivity features social civic activities, sporting events, trade fairs, and capped by a grand street dancing parade and competition to celebrate the historic past and the bright future that awaits the city in honor of Nuestra Señora de Candelaria. Number 3, Musikainan Food and Music Festival. It is a celebrational tribute to the city's culture and history as well as the local cooking tradition. Let's talk about the government of Cabadbaran. Number 1, the provincial seat of government. After the provincial government of Agusan del Norte obtained the reclassification of their land conducted by the Department of Agriculture or DA in Barangay Sanghan, Cabadbaran City, where the new Capitol building will be constructed. The land conversion by the Department of Agrarian Reform or DAR will soon follow. It will feature a modern design, including an employee's village at the back of the new building intended for the provincial employees. Number 2, the list of mayors. The list of mayors that took office in Cabadbaran starting in 1896. And the names of mayors are Eduardo M. Curato, Luis L. Cabrera, Mariano Alaan, Antonio C. Dagani, Adolfo C. Mortola, Fabian B. Monteroso, Angel M. Manlapas, Saturnino de Curato, Fidel C. Dagani, Fabian D. Mora, Jose Bailin, Silvano S. Hongko, Regino J. Batitang, Felix Bento Curato Dagani, Pedro Mariveles Malbas, Virgilio Noha Altega Sr., Alejo P. Rabuya, Leonardo Corvera, Teofilo D. Curato, Julio Carlon, Basilisa Atega Kitensvet, Bienvenido C. Milan, Alan M. Famador, Abelardo M. Calorto, Abelardo M. Carlotto, Ernie M. Senisa, Rosario M. Amante, Herman M. Libarnes, Dale B. Covera, Katrina Marie O. Mortola, and the present the present city mayor of Cabadbaran is Judy Amante. Let's talk about the transportation of Cabadbaran, shall we? Number 1, by land. Cabadbaran City is accessible by bus for Bachelor Express, Davao Metro Shuttle, or Surigao bus via Butuan to Surigao routes, or vice versa. There are also vans, jeep, and multi-cabs that are routes towards both Surigao City and Butuan, which are stationed in the city transport terminal. 2, by air and sea. Currently, the city has no sea and airports. Cabadbaran can be reached by air from Manila and Cebu via Butuan, which is 30 kilometers away. From the Visayas, it can be accessed via the Nasipit Municipal Port in Nasipit, Agusan del Norte, located 60 kilometers away, or via the Lipata Port and Verano International Port Board in Surigao City, which is located 79 kilometers far through the Maharlika Highway. Okay, guys, let's. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna have to. Okay, the last 2 segments will be the education. Let's talk about the education of Cabadbaran, shall we? There are the list of the different schools within the city of Cabadbaran. Here are the public elementary schools of Cabadbaran. There are Alfonso B. Dagani Elementary School, Ancilio Elementary School, Antonio C. Dagani Elementary School, Antonio Luna Elementary School, Bayang Elementary School, Bayabas Elementary School, Kakasinan Elementary School, Cabadbaran South Central Elementary School, Cabinet Elementary School, Calamba Elementary School, Kalibunan Elementary School, Comagascas Elementary School, Concepcion Elementary School, Dagnasay Elementary School, Del Pilar Central Elementary School, Francisco C. Hongko Elementary School, Katugasan Elementary School, La Union Elementary School, Lusong Elementary School, Masundong Elementary School, North Cabadbaran Central Elementary School, Palidan Elementary School, Pirada Elementary School, Puting Bato Elementary School, and Soriano Elementary School. The secondary education, the public secondary and senior high schools. There are Cabadbaran City National High School, Calamba National High School, Del Pilar National High School, Francisco C. Hongko National High School, La Union National High School, La Union Senior High School or standalone. Lastly, the North Cabadbaran Central Elementary School Integrated School or Evening Opportunity High School, and Putimbato National High School. Public integrated schools are Chief Justice Ramon Abasena Integrated School, Mahaba Integrated School, and Sanghan Integrated School. The private schools are Agape Christian Academy, Bishop Hardin Institute Incorporated, Cabadbaran City Baptist Academy Incorporated, Candelaria Institute of Technology of Cabadbaran Incorporated, Mindanao Institute, Montessori de Cabadbaran, Northern Mindanao Colleges Incorporated, Oak Tree Christian Preschool Incorporated, Rafael Mondejan Memorial College, Rainbow Speech World Learning Center Incorporated, St. Aloysius Learning Center of Cabadbaran Incorporated, Tolosa Christian School Incorporated, Trailblazer Study Center Incorporated, and Zion Children's Daycare Center. Then, the tertiary education. Private colleges are Northern Mindanao Colleges Incorporated, Candelaria Institute of Technology of Cabadbaran Incorporated, and Rafael Mondejar Memorial College, and lastly, the public university are the one public university are Caraga State University, Cabadbaran Campus. Sa last segment, let's just move on to the final segment, shall we? The notable personalities. 1. Soledad Duterte, is a Filipino teacher and activist known as the mother of President Rodrigo Duterte. 2. Edelmiro Amante, is a former executive secretary, is a congressman, assemblyman, and presidential consultant for Mindanao Flagship Project. 3. Earl P. John Amante is a former governor and former representative in 2014. He was awarded as outstanding Filipino achiever in public service by the Golden Globe Annual Awards for Business Excellence. And lastly, number 4, Maria Angelica Rosedel Amante. She was born in Cabadbaran City, is a current representative and former governor. Let's go back to the keep notes, shall we? Okay guys, before we close down, I'm going to drink some water first. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'll keep swallowing my phlegm. Okay, here we go. This is Channel 43 Cabadbaran, a commercial VHF TV station owned and operated by DP5RTV Corporation, transmitting on a 150 kilowatt transmitting power with permit number BSD-0065-2017, valid to December 31, 2023. Channel 43 transmitter is located at Cannon Avenue, Southwestern Heights Subdivision, Cabadbaran City, Agusan del Norte. Channel 43 is operated by the following personnel, duly licensed by the Professional Regulation Commission and the National Telecommunications Commission. Electronics Engineers, Engineer Romulo C. Tataro Jr., ECA number 0033398, Engineer Ryan B. Vigil, ECA number 0044214, Engineer Rene Francis A. Lardizabal, ECA number 0045894, Engineer Gerson I. Ignacio, ECA number 0058108, Engineer Jose Paulo L. Garibay, ECA number 0054943. First Class Radio Operators, Michael D. De La Cruz, 98-1 PNCR-21108, Orlando M. Lagarta, 93-1 PNCR-6016, Leo Agravante, 93-1 PV-5715, and Francisco A. Rodriguez, 99-1 PXIII-68539. Channel 43 Cabadbaran is now signing off. Okay guys, I have a last quote for you for the city of Cabadbaran. Okay guys, this is my last quote for the city of Cabadbaran. I don't know what to say, but thank you to all for supporting the city of Cabadbaran. I also did the history, the demographics, the geography, the etymology, also, I don't want to think about that. So just like the education, the notable personalities of the city of Cabadbaran. So So my code is I have to say that I talked about the geography of Cabadbaran, and I also talked about the culture, the tourists, and the economy of Cabadbaran City. So guys, that's the end of the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay tuned. Kabanatuan is coming up next.